Despite a cold November raid, a good-sized crowd gathered on the Burlington Town Common on Wednesday to honor those who have fought for our country and its freedoms in the annual Veterans Day ceremony. The ceremony was led by Chris Hannafin, Burlington's new Veterans Services Director. Former Burlington Police Chief William Soda was the guest speaker, and Chaplain Mike Murphy read the invocation and closing prayer. I spoke to Hannafin about the message of this year's ceremony.
2015 is 50 years after the fact that President Johnson spoke to the nation saying that the United States would take the brunt of combat forces in Vietnam. So we're kind of recognizing the 50th anniversary, combat troops taking the majority of the fighting over in Southeast Asia.
Burlington residents always come out in large numbers on Veterans Day and Memorial Day, but this year it seemed like the weather would keep people indoors. This was not the case.
I have no idea how many people were here, but I think we did reach a decent amount of veterans, families, and elsewhere. So even in the bad weather, people did show up.
So the turnout was impressive today, especially given the weather. But even on beautiful days, I don't think we've seen this many people. I was expecting it to be inside, but we had certainly a lot of veterans. We had our public safety personnel showing up, and good turnout from the scouting community as well, so we appreciate their showing up. Slightly different flavor. We have a new director of Veterans Affairs who has changed the format a little bit. He did a nice job today.
Yeah, foul weather, but an excellent turnout. I'm really surprised. It's pretty chilly out here, windy, cold, but a wonderful turnout from the community.
The reason people weren't scared off by the rain, perhaps, is the deep sense of respect and gratitude they have for our veterans. Selectman Mike Runyon told me what the day means to him.
I can't speak enough about folks recognizing our veterans. I have a long list of family members who have served World War II, Korea, Vietnam. My mom lost 3 of her favorite uncles in World War II. So I grew up in a household where veterans were talked about, and Mom and Dad always stressed the importance of supporting our vets and recognizing their service, and be thankful for everything we have in this country is pretty much predicated on the fact that we have a strong military.
I also asked Chris Hannafin about his thoughts on the significance of the day.
Well, I think Veterans Day is different than Memorial Day. Veterans Day is kind of it should be a happy day for most. It can be solemn in the sense that there are some veterans that didn't make it back, but Veterans Day should be a day of pride for anybody that served their country. It should also be a day of pride for family members as well, for those that have stood by the side of their veteran during service and even after, because your service never ends. I don't think people kind of understand that fully. Once you serve your nation, you're still on call. There are things to be done by veterans outside of wearing a uniform, and I think that our veterans in town, particularly Burlington, do a spectacular job of that, continuing on their service once they do leave the military.
Finally, how did Burlington's new Veterans Services Director feel after leading his first big ceremony?
It's kind of a sense of relief, really, that it's over. That we kind of got the first one under our belt, and hopefully grow from here. This being my now second speaking engagement as the Veteran Service Officer. So, it's kind of a sense of relief that it's over, but we're looking forward to Memorial Day and going to start preparing for Memorial Day starting tomorrow.
On the Burlington Town Common, I'm B News Director Rich Hosford. Back to you in the studio.